Bradford City end their unbeaten run after a defeat at Blundell Park to Grimsby. It's a 2-1 defeat. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments down below. Like the video if you do go on to do so. Subscribe if you're new on the road to 700 subscribers. What a poor performance that was. And it's not exactly what we did. It was what we didn't. We did absolutely nothing in that game to warrant getting the 3 points. It was dysfunctional. There was no clear vision of what we wanted to do in that game. We went away from everything we have been doing. Everything we did was wrong. And the main thing was, and this is the point of the game, why we didn't get the 3 points, or we didn't even pick up a point against a poor team. They are a poor team, they haven't been doing well recently. I watched them get played off the park by Notts County. I watched them, in other games so far this season, last season as well. They've got a lot of the same players, the same manager as well. This is not a good footballing side. They're not going to be up there. I wish them well for the season. They've got great fans to show that today with a good atmosphere. But this is a game we had to keep the momentum on. A game we had to win. If not win, get a point, because it's away at a tough place to go. We didn't. We got everything wrong. The basics was the fundamentals, the grit that it takes to win a football match. We didn't have, and that's if you don't have the basics, you don't do the fundamentals, you don't have what it takes to win a game like that. Then expect to lose, and we lost in fashion today, because there were some performances out there from certain individuals which was shocking, and there was a team performance that wasn't a team. We was, like I say, dysfunctional. There wasn't that spirit. There wasn't that team that we've seen in a team of Graham Alexander at Bradford City. It was a performance where you hang your head in shame. And yes, it's not like last season where we got thrashed by Mansfield, we got thrashed by Harrogate, we got thrashed by Notts County. That run of games, it's nowhere near as bad as that. It's only one defeat so far this season. It's not something to be, to lose your head over. It's not the be all and end all. It's not, doom and gloom now. None of that. We've had a good start to a season. We wanted to kick on with it. We haven't. But it's the concern that it brings if it continues, because it's a type of Bradford City performance we've become accustomed to, and the type of Bradford City performance that we know it will continue if we don't turn up on Saturday against a big game in Carlisle. They'll have the fan base there. There's a bit of back and forth, and if we don't turn up in that game, then there's worries. And that's what we've seen from a Bradford City team that go hiding when the going gets tough, and the going got tough today. Grimsby fans are right up against us. The swings in momentum. We didn't have that grit, that solidity, that team spirit to hold on. We couldn't do it. We fell apart. We capitulated in times in the game, and at points in the game it could have been much more. And Grimsby did well to hold on. We got to go back through fortune and luck, but that's what you get in games. You get your bit of momentum. You've got to take your chances, and you've got to create your chance. And Odra got his chance. He was going to pass it to Tyke, right? He hit it. We got the fortune with a parry, and Sanderson were there. But that's all you've got to do. That's all you've got to do. You've got to, if there's a shot to be had, take your shot. You don't know what's going to come of it. You hit it, the keeper could parry it. That's what happened today. You hit it, could hit the post, it could go in, it could go wide from the post. That's your luck on the day. But take that chance. It could hit a player and it could bounce away for a throw in a corner, or it could hit a player and it could go into a roof of a net. You don't know what's going to happen when you hit the shot. Take the chance. And no one does it enough. And we did it with Clark Odra. He hit it, it fell to Sanderson from the parry, and we didn't do it enough. And even from them, you get the confidence to maybe have a go. And no one took that courage on, and that was the swing in the game for me. That their keeper makes a mistake. He's got the nerves. He's shaking, he's quaking in his boots at the sight of a chance, because he knows he's made a blunder with his only chance that he's had to save, and we didn't challenge him again. And for me, that's where we came short. I don't know how long that was in my top, but I'm sorry for the disturbance. Like I say, you're not going to get Sky Sports News here. You're getting Rainers Bantams. You're not getting SHD. It's poor quality. But we move on. I'm not doing the basics right, and even it's happened for the 4th video in a row. I haven't even turned my ring light on. It was a very quick instant reaction, and I need to get it out as quick as possible. But yeah, it's just frustrating, because you want to kick on And like I said, we had chances in that game, but we didn't make the most of. And too many times, sideways, backwards, not taking the chance to go forward, no progressive passes. But like I said, the basics. And what I mean by the basics of doing the right thing in football, playing the right way, simply just do the basics right, and however else you play, and that's how you might get it one up on the team or you're playing against or whatever. But make sure you do the basics. No matter who you are, you could be Manchester City, you could be Chester City if there's a Chester City. It don't matter who you are. Do the basics right, and I can't stress enough how much we failed at that today, and that's what Alexander will be furious about. But certain players and the whole team did not do the basics. I'm talking mistiming jumps, mistiming shots, stupid, silly, petulant, naive free kicks that we give away. I think I saw 20 fouls at one point. So many stupid free kicks from grabbing all the players, little afters on players, maybe an elbow, pulling the shirts. Disgraceful. You can't be doing it. Do it now and then, but don't make it blatantly obvious when you're doing it, and don't give up free kicks in good positions. One came from the goal, and that was shocking. Absolutely terrible defending. Obviously Walker gets blinded by the sun, missed the flights of the ball, whatever the excuse is, it's shambolic that he hasn't come and claimed that. Then the reaction from the defenders, no one can get a touch on the ball to clear it, and there's a man jogging on the spot waiting for the tap in, no one just completely unmarked, and that's unforgivable defending. And it would come in, but it came from poor defending down the right to give away a free kick, and it happened all the time. And if they were a bigger team, like a Bromley, and we did that. Thank God we didn't last week. We got the 3 points because we were the complete opposite. And this is the frustrating thing: we were professional in that game. We did the basics right. This game we were far from it, and that's where the frustration is. What else constitutes of not doing the basics right? So many things. And one thing that I saw as well. When we went direct, we looked so much more threatening. Now, it ain't for everyone, going long and playing into channels and just hoofing it to Cook if you like, but do it. Don't be afraid to do it, because we tried playing through the thirds, playing through the midfield far too many times. We play it short into small, we play it short maybe into one of the 10s who drop deep, or play it short into Andy Cook who drop deep. And what you're doing then, you need them to hold on to the ball, and that was another thing in doing the basics right. We couldn't hold on to the ball. Too many first touches that went astray, third, fourth touches went astray, just not getting a hold of the ball. Shocking, absolutely terrible how you can't do the basics right like that. And like I said, the first touches were absolutely terrible, and holding onto the ball too long, or not holding onto the ball at all, and getting pushed off the ball too easily, and we looked really weak at times. But like I say, players coming deep, and they'd have a man on them, another man coming from the side, and you don't know what to do. You've got two men on top of you. What are you going to do? You're going to have to give it back, and then it comes back to the sides. Then you come back in, and it just keeps working its way back, because then they can push up, and you're giving them that time. And some teams are well equipped to do it. We are not. Under Alexander, we're not passing out from the back team. Maybe under Mark Hughes we might have been able to, but we haven't recruited for it either, so we can't really do that. And Grimsby are well accustomed at dealing with that. So then, you knock it into a channel. You get your wing backs high, you get your 10 supporting your strikers, you knock into channels, you get them chasing after it, you win a throw, you pin them back, you don't let them press onto you, you use the momentum to just pin them back, keep them at arm's length, or you just pin it up to Cook at whatever point, and you win the flick-ons, you win the knockdowns, and then you pick up more space instead of trying to play into the tight areas and them coming onto you. So that was another thing that was frustrating me, because I just knew, it's simple. If you're playing it short, that you're bringing the pressure on, and it's coming back all the time. And like I say, we're not set up to play against that. Defensively, we were shambolic. I like Neil Byrne. He's okay. I think he's solid enough. Today, he had a poor game. Jack Shepherd, I like the sign of him. Poor game. Kieran Kelly, I like him. I like his spirit. Poor game. Tariq Wright defensively, poor game. Brad Halliday, played the season last year, poor game. Shocking all the way across. Like I say, we were dysfunctional in this game, and the back line got ripped to shreds. You know, it was horrifying to see. You know, it was like Wolverine grabbing a dog and then just ripping it. It was horrifying because Grimsby, like I said, I don't think Grimsby are a top team. Anyone can beat anyone in this division. Anyone can turn up at any time, and Grimsby did today, and we didn't. And defensively, yeah, maybe Aidan Baldwin getting subbed off had a big part to play in that. I think it does, and this is why I talk about defensive partnerships and chemistry across the back line, and why I wouldn't change it too often, because one comes out and then you've got to shift the whole back line. You know, you've got to play Burning right centre back, Kelly has to come over to central centre back, and then Jack Shepherd, who's coming off the bench, hasn't played much football. He looks really clunky, he's off the pace because mentally he ain't ready to come onto a pitch. So you've got 3 centre backs there who are having to shift across or just come on, so they're not ready for it. But at the same time, you've got to adapt to that situation, and none of them did. They looked way off the pace. They got done physically. Like I say, the timing of the headers, I don't think, you know, it was a rare occurrence when I saw the centre backs win a header and timed it perfectly, and that goes for the attackers as well. Shocking. So, you know, and we just got whipped apart in midfield as well. You know, the 10s didn't come back and support Smallwood enough. Smallwood looked off the pace as well. He would having to do loads of running. So defensively we got torn to smithereens, and attack rise, there was no input because we kept doing the same thing over and over. It wasn't working. Grimsby found it so easy to defend against us, and so the element of the tactical side was poor, and we were really poor off it. And then the basic side of getting your touches wrong, timing your shots and headers wrong, you know, not pressing properly, not going, if one man's gone, not following for the other man. Sorry, Mike. And I can't remember another thing that I said with the basics either. The fouls, the amount of free kicks we give away. If you're giving away free kick after free kick, you can't get the momentum, and you're delaying your momentum, especially if you're losing, and we were for the majority of the game. So, yeah, really poor, and definitely didn't deserve to win or get a point or anything out of the game, because Grimsby were a much better side and we were miles off it. And like I say, it probably is reactionary because it's straight after the final whistle, and it's always going to be as a football fan, and I'll calm down in a few hours and I'll calm down tomorrow. But after just seeing that, you know, it's so frustrating. And the worrying thing is if it continues. But at the moment, I take a pinch of salt with it and I go, right, hopefully it's a bump in the road. It's a bit of what's it called when, you know, you're bumpy on the plane. Hopefully not when you've crashed, because that would be, you know, when there's cause for concern when you've crashed. I mean, it's past cause for concern, actually, you're dead. But what I mean is the turbulence, that's why there's cause for concern. If it keeps going on, you think, right, something serious could happen. Maybe the wing flies off, maybe the engine goes, maybe you crash into a river or the sea, probably more likely to happen. That's when it's, you know, you worry, you're gone. But at the minute, there's just a bit of turbulence, and, you know, hopefully it turns no more into that. And that's where we're at. So a bit of turbulence in our good run, a good start to a season, and hopefully we carry on against Carlisle and we have a good game against them. But if this continues, not doing the basics right, and, you know, not adapting to in-game situations, and not taking a risk, you know, all these sorts of things, then I'm worried for us. But at the minute, it's a bump in the road, and it's a frustrating game which we should have got 3 points out of, but in the game we didn't deserve anything from. But let me know your thoughts. You may disagree with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know if you disagree or disagree. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're new on the road to 700 subscribers. Have a good one.